I love how she did it. She just like commented on someone's TikTok being like, oh girl, I got you. I got blah, 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 blah. And people are like, so we've been begging you for years and you just throw it out on a TikTok comment? Like,
yeah, like this is just the, and then she's like, silicone. And you're like, cool, thank you.
Welcome back to another episode of Mean Girl Pod. How are you feeling?
I'm okay. I've been better. I think I have food poisoning. I don't know. I like threw up earlier and I just like, my head is fogged. But I am so excited to talk about Madeline's wedding because the tablescape was like, I've never seen something so beautiful.
Okay, the table setup it's so funny because when I looked, like I'm not I like don't know a lot about weddings, but every single person who has asked me about the wedding has been like the table setup was incredible. It was insane, and it was my favorite setup ever. So if you guys didn't see it, it was almost like a crazy snake formation, but it was a formation where every single person was on the outside, and it almost was like no one was left out. Because sometimes you go to weddings and you have like a table way in the back, you can't even see the bride and groom. Like every single person sitting down was facing the direction of Madeline and Wyatt, and like everyone just felt included. It was the most beautiful setup I've ever seen.
It was so... And okay, so it was like snaking, and I like stopped and looked at it for a second, and I was like, okay, are there seats on both sides of the table? And you were right. Everyone was on one side, but like you were still next to somebody because then the table like snaked around.
Yeah.
It was so cool. Like, is it because doesn't she own the wedding venue?
Yeah. Also, I'll throw a picture up on YouTube so you guys can see. So they own Urban Daisy where the wedding was. So if you guys are in Minneapolis, check out Urban Daisy because it's beautiful. So that was the first time they ever tried out that table positioning. And I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be inquiring about it because it was like incredible. But it was just, granted, like you have to have a small wedding to do it unless... maybe they could do it with like 2 sets of it. I just can't imagine it with a big wedding. But I loved it because like I could see and talk so easily to the people to the right of me and the left. And then I also could see like Madeline and Wyatt. I could see the people over there. And I felt like everyone just felt included and no one had a bad seat at the table, which was so nice.
And then in the middle because it was snaking around and where there were gaps, she put those like flowers and they were sticking up. It was awesome.
Yes, it was so beautiful. I like could not have hoped for a better wedding and day for her. It was supposed to pour the entire weekend. It was sunny and beautiful all day Friday. And then Saturday, it poured all the way up. I'm not kidding you, until 20 minutes before the wedding. It was insane. And then it was blue skies.
Way. Yeah. That is always so crazy when that happens.
Oh, it was perfect. And like it was cute because it rained when she and Wyatt said I do. And they always say like if it rains during your wedding, it's good luck. And then as soon as they were done, the sun came out and I was like, this is so perfect.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Her dress was stunning with the piece like around the neck.
Oh my God. And like the details in the back, she had bows in the back and like her veil was so beautiful. I just like, they looked so happy and I felt like it went perfectly. There was no drama. There was no hurt feelings. Like I usually go to a wedding and there's some type of drama or you hear like someone getting too drunk or this or that. Nothing. It was just like,
really?
It was perfect. And it also goes to show like they did do a small wedding, but I'm like, small weddings are where it's at.
No question. I think that, how many people were there?
I think it was 50.
Yeah, that's such a nice number if you think about it. And like, then everybody gets to know each other and it's intimate and it's special. And you could just tell it was a really, really, really successful wedding weekend.
And selfishly, like I loved it being small because I knew like 75% of the people. The only people I didn't know was his immediate family, but I got to know them. But other than that, like every person she invited, I knew a lot of his friends just because like I've hung out with both of them together with their friends. So it just felt like a big gathering, hanging out with your friends. And it was a 2-night wedding where like we had a welcome party that was Western chic, which was so fun because like everyone dressed up in cowboy and cowgirl outfits. And then the wedding, and it was just it wasn't stressful. It was just like hanging out with your girlfriends, hanging out with the guys. Like, it was such a blast.
That's so nice. And how was the Western night? Like, how was that? Was it really fun?
It was so much fun. Like, I had so much fun that night because I also really loved, it was in a smaller venue. So, like, you know how sometimes you go to these events and, like, half the room's over here, half the room's over there, but it was really just in a small space. So everyone was just together, and I felt like everyone was talking. There was no people like doing their own thing, and I felt like everyone got to talk with everyone. Like, I got to talk to her family, her sister, well, her sister's our family, but like her mom and dad, her brother and sisters, her like other friends, and I don't know, it was just great. And like, Pete's the best too, where he's so okay being on his own. So like, he went and like hung out with the guys. I got to hang out with and like talk and get to see like my girlfriends, and it was just like a really perfect weekend.
Oh, that's amazing. It looked perfect. The photos were stunning. And I love what you said about Pete. Like, he's so okay being by himself, because I think that takes the pressure off when you go places, especially like she's your friend, you know? So it's good job, Pete.
Yeah, I was really happy because thankfully, I mean, I don't think this would have changed, but our friend Leah got married last September. So Pete got to know, like, her husband and some of the girls, because like Madeline and Leah have a lot of the same friends. So like, when he went to Madeline's wedding, he was like, oh my God, it's so good to see you guys again. So like, he already had built relationships, and he like, I swear I didn't talk to him like once on the welcome party. He was just like hanging out with everyone's like husband or boyfriend or fiance, and it was great.
Oh, that's the best. And then where did you guys stay? Were you at a hotel?
Yeah, we just stayed at a hotel like 2 miles from the venue. Nothing crazy. But like, most of the people like live in Minnesota, so it wasn't like a ton of us were at the hotel, but it was nice because then like I got to see my grandma on Saturday, and I forced Pete to take me to Target and Ulta in Minnesota, so that was fun. And yeah, it was just like a really nice weekend.
What did he think of the Target?
So he actually just dropped me off. He didn't go inside.
No way.
He went and got Caribou because like Caribou's his favorite coffee chain, but they only have them in select states. Like, it's from Minnesota. So whenever we go to Minnesota, he's like, I need to get Caribou, and he can drink like 20 coffees during the day. So he was like, okay, I'll drop you off at Target, and then I'll go to Caribou. And then we went to Ulta afterwards, and then he went to Starbucks. Like, he's actually insane.
Wow. All right, guys, whether you work from home and you never know what to put on, or you're just not in love with anything that you have when you open up your closet, it's time to find clothes that work for your life right now. Whatever phase you're in, Splendid has cozy, stylish, timeless pieces that you'll actually be excited to wear, because let's be real, life's busy between work, errands, kids, plans with friends. Who's got the energy to overthink an outfit? But with Splendid, you don't have to think, because they have the world's softest closet staples to elevate your wardrobe and help you feel comfortable and confident in every single outfit. Think buttery soft tees, pull-on pants that fit just right, easy sets, which is the best hack. Get sets, you guys, because then you don't have to think at all. Sweaters for every season and so much more. Their pieces are next level soft and actually hold up in the wash. So right now, Splendid is offering our listeners 20% off when you go to splendid.com and use promo code MEAN at checkout, or when you shop at Splendid in stores. Go to splendid.com and use code MEAN for 20% off online or in store. That's splendid.com, promo code MEAN. You know, I just read in this book I'm reading how coffee doesn't like give you, this is just like fascinating, but coffee doesn't like give you energy. It just blocks your tired receptors. Like, it just, so you have these like plugs in your head basically. And this is what I was reading. The way they explained it was like, you have something and it goes and it plugs in, and like, that's what makes you tired. But when you drink caffeine, it plugs something else into those. So it blocks them. And so does this make sense? You don't get as tired.
That's interesting. 'Cause like, I never really understood how caffeine worked, like if it was actually giving us energy or if it was like a placebo of some sort. So the fact that it just like blocks your receptors makes sense. I actually just learned, and I didn't know this. I should have known this because it's been like 2 years, but the anxiety medication I'm on actually holds on to caffeine longer. So if I drink like a coffee at 3 o'clock, it stays in my body like twice as long as someone not on the medication, which like I don't have an issue sleeping. But I was like, good to know that I'm not someone who like drinks caffeine. I never have, like after like 1 o'clock, because that would not be fun. Like I would not be able to fall asleep ever.
Oh, I wonder if everyone that's on anxiety medicine that it holds on to it faster. But I actually have a question about this anxiety medicine. Like, because how long have you been on it? A year and a half?
No, it's like 2 years to the date. I'm pretty sure I got on it right before I turned 20. If I'm going to be 30 in a couple days, that means before I turned 28. Yeah, right before I turned 28.
Okay, so what are you still on the same? I just feel like I feel like you could talk about it. Are you still on the same dose, and what's your take 2 years later?
Yeah, so when I first got on it, I was on a lower dose because like you have to get used to it, because like when I first got on it, I legitimately felt like I was what's it called when you fall asleep uncontrollably?
Narcoleptic.
I felt narcoleptic. Like I genuinely could not nap during the day. Like it was like debilitating. Like I was so tired all the time, and then like your body gets used to it, and then after like 3 months I was like, I don't really feel like this is doing anything. So then I got on a higher dose, which is like the normal dose that people are on, and then for a year and a half I've been on the exact same amount, and I have to talk to a psychiatrist every 4 months. Like it's mandatory, and like every 4 months I'm like, yep, here goes $400 to say that I feel the exact same and I want no changes with my medication.
But because you think it's the best thing ever, right? It's like so helpful.
Oh, it's so helpful. I would say like out of everything, it made me. So I've talked about this a few times. So I'm mainly on anxiety medication because I have OCD. I didn't realize that like my OCD causes like irritability, me to worry more, me to be more anxious about like irrational things. And I never realized like I still had my OCD, because when I was a kid, I was like, it was so bad, Alex. Like I had like a list of things I would say to my mom before I would go to bed. Like 6-year-old me would lay in bed and be like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Are there monsters under my bed? Are there, like, I had like a list. It was so bad.
Okay. Aww.
And there was like so many other things that I did. Like I had like certain things, like if I didn't do this, it would like really, really debilitate me when I was younger. But like, you know, when we grew up in the generation where no one really understood those things, like they were like, the kid will be fine, they'll grow out of it. And I thought I did, but apparently like some tendencies stuck with me. But OCD can cause a lot of irritability in people, because like if something doesn't go your way, you can't really understand, like your brain can't like understand that, and you get like angry, or you get like really irritated, or you can get anxiety, or you can get depression, like all these other symptoms. So when I was getting on my medication, I like the first thing my psychiatrist asked me, he was like, do you struggle with OCD? And I was like, oh yeah, like when I was a kid, blah blah blah. And he was just like, okay, why have you never talked, like, have you talked about this in therapy, this or that? And I was like, no, I never thought it was a big deal. And he's like, no. So like, long story short, I'm on an SSRI versus an SNRI, because I'm on it for OCD versus like depression and anxiety. But mine also helps with depression and anxiety. Sorry, that's a lot.
No, it's fascinating. I actually can't believe we haven't like talked about this in depth before. So if something happened, like somebody, if it's outside of your control and it like doesn't go your way, but you're kind of OCD about it, you get mad. Does it turn? You're saying yours is irritability?
Yes, like I was such a control freak. I had, like, if you ask like Madeline or like my parents or anyone that's like known me my entire life, they're like, you are so rigid, you're so type A, like everything has to go your way. You get really angry easily if things don't go your way. And that all had to do with OCD. I am not, like, I can confidently say I'm not like that anymore. Like, yes, I'm type A, but I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm just so much more relaxed. And I also am nicer to my parents. Like, my mom always is like, you're so much nicer than you used to be. And I'm like, yeah, because I don't get irritated anymore. Because you take out your anger on the people that you feel most comfortable with. So like if my parents said something, it would trigger me and I would get angry. So the biggest side effect that I've noticed that I absolutely love is I'm just like not an irritable person anymore. I just let things go so easily.
That's so nice though, now that you're able to I just feel like people listening might be struggling with that and they might not know that medication can help them.
Oh my God. Like I feel like I want to stay on this medication my entire life because the amount of like, I'm such a more happy person, and like not having irritability into your day-to-day routine as an emotion is life-changing. And I also like don't have racing thoughts. Like that's another big thing. Like I can just let things go so much easier because like when you have OCD, you get very fixated on things. I just like let things go. I'm like, whatever. It's fine. They'll figure it out.
Wow. That's like such an incredible. Okay, so you're on an SSRI?
Yes, an SSRI versus a SNR. Wait, SSRI. No, sorry. I'm on an SNRI versus an SSRI. So like if someone's like Lexapro or Xanax or something, like a very common name, Wellbutrin, that's usually an SSRI. And then I'm on an SNRI.
Okay. That's really good to know. Okay, fascinating. So
yeah.
What did you say that sparked that? I can't remember. Coffee. Oh, yeah. The caffeine. Okay, wait, now I want to talk about your birthday.
Yes. So when we're recording, I'm still 29, but when this episode comes out, I'll be 30. And I'm really excited.
Guys, let's talk about Cozy Earth. The bamboo sheets, they're temperature regulating. They're guaranteed to give you a comfortable night's sleep. The all-day tee, which I just got, and it is an everyday essential with naturally breathable fabric. This tee ensures you stay cool and comfortable all day long. I have it in black. I've been wearing it nonstop. It's so hot here in Texas, and this t-shirt really does keep you cool, and it looks awesome. And the Studio Pant collection, they're incredibly soft, comfortable, and breathable, making them a must-have staple. You guys, I cannot tell you. Our AC broke. How many years ago was it? Whenever I was living in New York, my AC broke in the summer, and I remember thinking, I just wish I had the Cozy Earth temperature regulating sheets because they are the best. They make sleeping so much better, and I cannot tell you how being hot, that is the worst. You can't sleep. You keep waking up because you're just so anxious that you're hot, and it seriously ruins your night's sleep, and sleep is the most important thing. Also, you guys, I cannot tell you enough how much you need to get this t-shirt because it is the best fit and it is truly breathable. Also, you've got a risk-free purchase. So for the sheets, you've got a 100-night sleep trial. Try them during the hottest nights of the year, and if you're not in love, return them hassle-free. But trust me, you guys will not want to. 10-year warranty on all bedding products. So luxury should not be out of reach. Go to CozyEarth.com and use code MEAN for up to 40% off Cozy Earth's best-selling temperature-regulating sheets, apparel, and more. Trust me, you'll feel the difference in the very first night. That's CozyEarth.com, code MEAN. Sleep cooler, lounge lighter, stay cozy. What's the vibe leading up to it?
So I feel like the vibe is I should be taking it more seriously, but I don't know, like the other day I was like, I usually get myself a big birthday present every year. And then I was like, oh, I didn't even get myself something this year. But then I was like, you know what? Napa and Sonoma is kind of a gift to myself because like obviously I'm paying for it too. So I was like, that'll be my big gift.
That's a great gift. Okay. And then do you know any of the plans for it?
All I know is like Thursday. So we're staying in Napa the whole time. Thursday will be like a Napa day because we fly in. Friday will be all day Napa, and then Saturday will be all day Sonoma. And then we leave and go home on Sunday, and then we move Monday.
Oh my God, I forgot about the move.
Which I'm also very, very excited for.
Okay, good. And have you got furniture?
Not yet because it's very strange. So the last time I moved was during COVID where I've moved a million times before that. But the last time I moved and had to buy furniture was right after COVID where like everything was on back order. Remember when couches, it took like 6 months for people to get couches?
Yes.
Now it's like Pete's like, we can't order anything because it will come tomorrow.
Oh, so we're back. I forget. I do remember that. That's when I was also moving to New York, and I like took stuff from my parents' house because they were like, you literally can't get a couch.
Yeah, so we have things like bookmarked, but we really can't order anything until the week before because everything is like tomorrow in 3 days, which is awesome, but like I'm just like not used to that.
Right, which is great though. So when are you going to order it? Next week?
Probably like right before we go to Napa and Sonoma because like we're moving into a building with a doorman, which is really nice. So I'm hoping if furniture came a day early, like they would store it for us. It's not like I remember when I first moved to New York, it was a walk up and I was so afraid that my mattress was going to come before I got there because like if it did, it would just be sitting on the street.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
So we'll probably just start ordering. It's hard too though because like we can't order. We kind of have to order things one at a time, like the couch and then the rug, and like you know what I mean because we have to make sure everything matches.
Mm-hmm.
So, it will definitely be a summer of building the apartment because we have nothing ordered yet.
But I'm excited. I can't wait to see it all come together. I think like starting fresh is really fun.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. June's going to be a very busy month, but then like after June, I don't have like any travel or in August, so I'm really just planning on using the rest of the summer to like get our apartment set up and just like try to create like a home out of it because like we talked about like the past few places I've lived like don't feel like homes, and that's like my number one goal is to make this apartment like a home.
I mean, yeah, no question. And the natural light, like, dude, you're due for natural light. I think you're not gonna know yourself. You're gonna be like, this feels so good.
I like yesterday it was pouring out and I didn't even know it until Pete got home and he was like, yeah, raining all day, now it's sunny, and I'm like, I wouldn't have known. I didn't leave the apartment once.
Oh, that's so bad though.
And then I went outside and it was sunny and I was like, what the heck?
Wait, also hold on. When do you leave for Rhode Island?
For like my birthday?
Yeah.
Thursday night.
And are you taking the train?
Oh yeah, the Amtrak. I love the train.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
The train is just, it's like part of the experience of going.
I'm so jealous. Like train travel, you don't have to go through security. It's like flying, but better. You're on the ground the whole time. It's pretty. I'm so jealous.
I feel like Tate would love a train ride.
She would be obsessed with a train ride. We'll have to do it at some point, sometime.
Just because, like, you know how, like, you pass so many things? I just feel like a baby would be so intrigued by, like, the changing of scenery.
Loves to look out a window. Like, she would absolutely love a train. And her ears wouldn't pop, so it'd be really fun.
Oh, yeah. Also, speaking of Tate, I saw you just got your period and you had to like go to the doctor or something?
Oh yeah, I had to go to the ER. It was like, it's actually not my thorn. That's funny. Because my thorn got replaced by the chicken I ate yesterday. But I think like, okay, so they say your first postpartum period, like, when you're first postpartum, like your first time postpartum, you get like, you have diapers and like all this stuff, okay? And then I was like going to get rid of it and everyone was like, oh, you're going to want to keep that for your first period. And I was like, whatever. So I like kept it though. And so then I got my first period on Friday and it wasn't super bad. And then it got like so bad. And everyone I was telling that to, they were like, that's actually not normal. Like it's supposed to get bad, but it's not supposed to get that bad. And so I called my OB and she was like, you need to go to the ER and you need to get checked that like you're not losing blood from like your system. You're just losing blood that's been like stored. Because I haven't had a period in like 18 months, right? So like you do need to sort of shed. And it's good for you to like start to get it out, right? Things are like working. But they were like, it's so much that you need to go check and make sure like that you're not losing actual blood and you don't need like to get blood back. And so I was fine, but it just like, it scared me. And it's funny, the past 2 weeks, I remember I've been saying, I was like, I think I'm anemic or like, I don't know what's going on with me. And like my milk supply was shifting a little bit. I think my body was gearing up to start. But like we went to a concert last night and like we were 5 songs in and I just looked at Harrison. I was like, I'm going to pass out. Like Isaac, so we had to go sit in the back. And I think while you're breastfeeding and then like if you're on your period, like your body's just on this like overdrive. And so I think I've been like dizzy, and I think that's a lot of it.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, this girl messaged me. She was like, my first one was 12 days. And I was like, that's going to be me. It's not me. And I stayed in bed like 9 hours on Sunday. Like I just watched movies and like did not get up unless I had to go pee. And like that helped a ton. And so it's like a normal period now.
I like forget it's been 18, like, because in my head I was like, oh, your last period was when you had Tate. No, like you were pregnant for 9 months.
Yeah, like over a year I have not had to use a tampon, and like that was like I didn't have cramps, I didn't have anything. And I'll say this, like my cramps were fine. My back though, like I could hardly stand up. That's what really, like the heat, I was just busting the heating pad.
I was gonna ask I guess if you had bad cramps.
Not stomach cramps, but I had the back cramps. But so I'm glad that it's behind me.
Back cramps are the absolute worst. Like that was me my entire time. Kind of like, I want to say pre-birth control, but I feel like I had back cramps like up until I got back on birth control like 2 years ago. Now it's like more in my ovaries, but like it used to be like severe back pain where I thought my back was broken.
It's like the craziest thing how I don't know why hormones affect your back. I have no idea, but like it is a different level.
Oh my God. So now you had your period, you have food poisoning, like we're falling apart.
It's like, I know, it's so funny. I guess when it rains it pours. What's your thorn? Do we know? Have you said it?
Well, I like didn't really have a thorn other than I also got my period today, and it was like, I swear, like I think I might have talked about this when you were on maternity leave, but it's like, so, and this is not 100%, potentially 100% not factual, so don't quote me on this, but like your period potentially comes out of a different ovary like every so many months. So you experience different types of pain. Like your right side might be like whatever and your left side might be horrible. And I feel like that's very correct because like sometimes I'll just like go to the bathroom like, oh, it's here. And then sometimes I'm like physically cannot function. And that was me like this week or this morning. I woke up and I felt like someone was actually stabbing me. Like I was like, am I dreaming or is this real life? Because I'm in so much pain. And then I got my period and I'm like, no, yeah, this is just so fun.
I didn't know that every so often it could come out of a different ovary. It would make sense.
Yeah.
But I've never heard that.
Because like when I'm not on birth control, like every month is horrible. But getting on birth control, I like will have a couple of months where I'm like, oh, this was great. Like I genuinely didn't even know it was coming. And then the other months, it's like, I'm so tired. I can't function. The cramps are out of control. The period is just long and heavy, all this stuff. So I feel like it's because one ovary is just evil and the other is nicer.
Yeah, probably. And it's like, I actually am going to research that because that to me is fascinating if that's the case. I feel like it is the case. So that's your thorn. Yeah.
Also, too, it was the weirdest thing. I was literally like on my way to record today, and there was a second where I was like, oh my God, it's Tuesday. Why am I on my way to record? Like I genuinely thought it was Tuesday today. And I was checking my phone, making sure like the date was actually correct. Like my brain was just very brain foggy today.
Oh, that's funny. Yesterday I thought it was Monday. It's like a weird week. Summer weeks are weird. I always think about this, like how kids are out for the summer and how I like can't wait for that time, like in Tate's life, or like she's on summer break.
Right. I love summer break.
Right? Because like summer to us doesn't really mean much, right? It's just kind of like the same kind of week we always have, with like a little bit, like obviously the weather, blah, 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 the obvious things. But for kids, like I'm like watching our neighbor, like she's outside playing. And I'm like, oh yeah, like you don't have school. When life feels overwhelming, sometimes the best thing you can do is slip into another world. Whether you need a break from the daily grind or you just want to get lost in pleasure, Dipsea is your perfect escape. Dipsea is the audio app that lets you immerse yourself into spicy stories that transport you to your wildest fantasies. Dipsea is the female-founded app for spicy audiobooks and more, created by women for the female gaze. Their app has over 1,000 spicy audiobooks, all crafted by a team of professional writers and top-tier narrators. So you guys, right now you can get a 30-day free trial plus 25% off your annual subscription when you go to dipseastories.com/mean. That's DIPSEA stories.com/mean for 30 free days and 25% off your subscription. Dipseastories.com/mean.
Oh God, I can't believe just like how old, like how, not to make you emotional, but just like how fast time is going. Like I feel like she was just in your belly.
I cannot believe, like, time, they always say time is a thief, and I'm like, what? And then I'm like, yeah. Whoever said days are long, years are short, nailed it.
No, literally, because it's like all of a sudden I blinked my eye. Why does that sound weird? Blinked my eyes? Blinked? All of a sudden I blinked and like, you have a kid, Madeline got married, I'm turning 30, and I'm like, where did the time go?
It's so funny when you put it like that, all these like milestones. Wait, did she go on a honeymoon?
No, so they did a mini moon, but they'll do their honeymoon in I think probably in 2026, just because like they have so much going on that they want to like be able to enjoy it. So they just felt like it was too rushed right after the wedding. So I think they're gonna do it in 2026.
Where's the mini moon?
The mini moon was in Stillwater, which is like, it's kind of like maybe like the Greenwich of New York. Like, it's a town that's like an hour from Minneapolis. It's just like super cute and quaint, and like a lot of people go there and like stay in bed and breakfast, and it's just like a really cute like hiking. I guess that's not similar to Greenwich, but it's like a very nice, cute town.
Okay, love that. I didn't know you. I bet you guys have some like beautiful summer spot towns.
Oh my God, yeah. Like, I will say Minnesota in the summertime is unmatched, and there's so many beautiful places, and like lake life in Minnesota is great, and it's like a very active state in the summertime too.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I've only been one time.
You've been in Minnesota?
Harrison has to go. I've been to Mall of America. Is that in Minnesota?
Yeah. Wait, when?
I had a volleyball tournament there when I was in high school, and all I remember is like being on one escalator, playing volleyball, and then we went to some restaurant in the Mall of America, and that's like all I remember from it.
I'm dead.
Because we went to so many towns for volleyball tournaments, and that was one of them. But I remember the Mall of America.
Did you say Harrison's been?
Yeah, well, because he goes to Target up there, and he's got to go to Target sometime. And he was telling me about it, and I was like, maybe I'll go with you.
If it's over the summer, you definitely should. Like, it's a very nice place to go, and also too, just so you could like experience a Minnesota Target.
That's why I want to go. I was like, I got to go. Like, I'm obsessed with, like, just Target's just the best.
Yeah, Minnesota's a strange place because there's, like, major corporations, like Land O'Lakes, General Mills, Best Buy, Target. Like, just these, like...
Oh, Best Buy.
Massive corporations that are just, like, their headquarters are in Minnesota. Or in Minneapolis.
Wow. Oh, that's, like... I guess it makes sense, but, like, that's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe I'll go with him. I have two things I want to bring up. Number one, I saw it on the list last week or the week before. Like, what do you think about Sydney Sweeney with the bath water?
Yes. I keep meaning... That's been on the list for like 3 weeks in a row.
I keep not looking it up because of it, and so I just need you to tell me.
Oh, wait, so you don't know what it's about?
I think I saw, did she doing a soap line or something? Yeah,
so she is selling a bar of soap, and one of the ingredients is her bath water.
Is it actually, though, you think? Like, do you think it's actually her bath water?
I mean, that's like the selling point. So I mean, I don't know, but like I feel like that's like they say it is.
Okay.
I need to look up how much it is. Sydney.
So who's buying that? Girls or guys?
I would imagine it's called
like guys.
It's Sydney Sweeney's Bathwater Bliss.
But so guys obviously you would think would buy that, but like girls would buy soap.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume it's men. Sydney Sweeney's Bathwater Bliss is sold out. So it's through this company called The Squatch, and I assume she just has a line through them. I don't think she owns that company. I think she's just selling her soap through it, but like I can't even click on it to see how much it would be. Because it just says like sold out. It doesn't even like have like a click thing.
Good for her for selling it out.
So like a lot of people are, a lot of women are mad. They're like, how dare Sydney Sweeney do this? She's putting feminism years back. And I'm like, no, girl, get the bag. Like I would do it too if I could.
What's wrong with her selling bathwater and soap?
They just think it's like putting feminism back and like all this stuff. And I'm like, girl, you would too if you could. Like, if you were famous enough to say that your bathwater was in soap and make millions off of it, I'm sure you would take advantage of that, because I would.
Yeah, and isn't feminism just like supporting her and letting her do it?
Yeah, like, sorry that she's hot and men want her bath soap, or women too. But, like, I don't know. It's just annoying because people are, like, freaking out about it. And I'm like, calm down.
So her and Glenn and Powell, they weren't dating, or they never were?
So it's still unknown because like she's single, he's single, but it hasn't been confirmed if they're like official or not.
Oh man, they'd be really cute,
right? I think so too. And like I like every movie that she's in I love, every movie he's in I love, and I just feel like they have really great on-screen chemistry, so I'm sure their off-screen chemistry is good, if not better.
I mean, I totally agree, but I guess we never got it confirmed. I saw his mom said that they for sure weren't dating, but like any mom would say whatever she was told to say. But like, so I don't know. But okay. And then what do you think about the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni updates? Like his case got thrown out.
Okay, do you know why? I saw that and I got so mad I didn't read it.
No, I don't know why. And then did her charges get like? I don't know. I thought you would actually know more about this than I do. I don't know enough about it.
So I will say though, I like genuinely dislike Blake Lively. Like she just gets worse and worse in my mind. So the other day, like this literally was a couple days ago, this girl posted on TikTok saying that she was in Stony Clover with Blake Lively, and Blake Lively was so rude to the workers at Stony Clover. Like she was just like, I don't want product that anyone else has touched. I blah blah, like being super high maintenance, just like over the top. She was being like, I don't know if they said rude or like just like neglecting her kids and her niece that were with her and just like being a rude person. And then I think she was saying stuff like, I don't want anyone else in here, this or that. So then the girl left and she was just like, what the heck? And then she made a TikTok about it. Then all of a sudden, her TikTok is gone. And
oh my gosh.
It was taken down. And then Blake Lively, next thing you know, she's posting all over her Instagram, all these stories, like tagging Stony Clover, saying how awesome the workers are there, tagging her niece and all these things, being like, I love blah, 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 blah. Then like every restaurant and anything else she went to that day, she was like, I love this restaurant. The staff is so great. The food here is so amazing. Just like tagging and being like over the top, and everyone's like, girl, we see right through this. Like you just were called out on a TikTok for being rude, and now you're like going over the top on Instagram, and that girl's TikTok is taken down.
This girl just like can't, like, oh man, oh, that is just, it's too bad. Like
go, I think she needs to just like take a break and like maybe go to like a little house in the mountains, put her phone down, and just like rethink her life and go to therapy.
Just got to do a little chill pill, and then, man, okay, interesting. And the other, what else was I wanting to talk about? I can't remember the other one. I had one more pop culture thing.
Was it about the Kylie Jenners, the Kardashians?
No, what about them?
how like they're finally coming out and being extremely open about the work that they've gotten done.
Oh, I love that Kylie like responded about her boob job.
And like I love how she did it. She just like commented on someone's TikTok being like, "Oh girl, I got you. I got blah 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 blah." And people are like, "So we've been begging you for years and you just throw it out on a TikTok comment?" Like
yeah, like this is just the and then she's like silicone. And you're like, "Cool, thank you."
Right. And then Kris Jenner came out. I think she did come out saying she did get a facelift, and like they tagged the doctors, and I'm sure the doctors are like, hallelujah, like give us the credit so we get more clients.
I mean, I bet that doctor is just like is truly probably full till 2030. Guys, let's talk about Quince because they have the cutest styles for the best price. I got a strapless black top the other day from them, and it is so comfortable. It looks so elevated, and it is so cute. But J-Dub, I know that you're packing for Napa and Sonoma, so tell us, what are you taking?
Yes, I got a very cute green linen dress because it's going to be very warm in Napa and Sonoma, and it's like the perfect mixture of comfortable and like very elegant. So I'm so excited to wear that.
Absolutely love it, you guys. They have the cutest stuff ever. But I'm going to tell you a couple specifics. 100% European linen shorts and dresses from $30, luxe swimwear, Italian leather platform sandals, and so much more. And everything with Quince is half the cost of similar brands, but you don't lose the quality. And that is the best part, you guys. So give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince. Go to quince.com/mean for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/mean to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/mean.
I will say, I'm like becoming more and more obsessed with Kylie now that she's like, I really think Timothée Chalamet is like changing her for the better. She just seems so like relaxed and like happy, and like I love how open she's being on social media. And then also she came out with more Kylie Cosmetics stuff finally, and it's like incredible. Like her products are so good.
What did you get?
So I got the skin tint, which I think you would really like. It's so pretty. And then she came out with more stuff that I want to go to Ulta probably later today because my long commute goes next to it. But the Minnesota Ulta didn't have it, but I'm hoping the New York Ulta has more of her releases.
And go. Does she in Sephora or just Ulta?
Just Ulta.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've only ever used her contour stick and I loved it.
Yeah, so apparently she came out with like new blushes and lip products and highlighters and like all this stuff. And the skin tint, like I said, is the only thing I've gotten my hands on. And I mean, if the Kardashians know how to, like, if they know how to make a good product.
Oh yeah, they've like really got that dialed in.
Yeah, like Hailey, actually this is kind of a lot of people. I was gonna say Hailey, Selena, and Kylie, like they're the only celebrities I trust when buying. Because usually like if a celebrity comes out with a product, I'm like, no. But like these three girls put their heart and souls into the products they make.
I think it's so cool. Rhode sold.
Oh my God. Like I love the success that Hailey is getting because she just has gotten beaten down so much this past year, and like Justin just keeps getting himself into more trouble. So I'm like, I just am so happy she has a win.
Oh, it's such a big win too. I think people were like shocked. Like, whoa.
And like she just keeps coming out with more product, and I'm like, as soon as that comes in, all like Sephora, I just know she's gonna have more and more sales because like that's like the biggest thing why I never bought it is because I hate ordering things offline. I like to like purchase my makeup in person. So I'm just like so excited for her.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, you go, girl.
So I love that. But yeah, I'm loving all those three girls' makeup. They just keep coming out with new stuff, and I'm like, it's so good.
Yeah, well, the fact that they're able to market it by like I don't know much about makeup. I love to watch the videos where they're putting it on. Right? I'm like, okay, I'll get that. I'll try. Like Hailey, I'm just like, okay, cool. Like her nails look good. Like all of it. I'm just like, what is happening with this marketing? It's unreal.
She has the most aesthetic hands I've ever seen.
It's these like light tattoo. I'm just like, okay, cool. Like I'm just like sold. It's so good.
Big diamond ring, light tattoos, beautiful nails. I totally agree with you. Like and same with Kylie. Like when I watch them do stuff, I'm just like obsessed with their hands.
I'm like, are you editing your hands? I know you're not. You just have like such different hands than I have.
Yeah, no, literally same. I've always wanted like pretty hands and like, yeah, I have big hands, so.
Yeah, mine are like wrinkly and like I'm just like, no, this isn't it. And theirs are like long, luscious, moisturized, thin. I'm like, okay, cool.
Oh my God, I love that.
Can we do our listener question?
You just read my mind. Yes, we can.
I am so excited. Okay. When do you know it's time to pursue a new job? I've been in my current job position at a nonprofit for almost 2 years. I had just gotten married to my husband, moved to a new state, and was job hunting for about 3 or 4 months prior to accepting this job. I will admit that this was the first job offer I received, so I jumped at it. Since being here, I have often felt that this job was meant for me. However, it doesn't exactly pay the big bucks, and there are 1 or 2 fellow employees that I struggle to work well with. I understand that no job is perfect, but how do you know when to hold on to a secure job where you are wanted and when it's time to seek out something more?
Ooh, I feel like that's something that everyone struggles with, like knowing when to find a new job.
Yeah, and I feel like your job is such a big part of your life, like it's everything because you are spending the majority of your days doing it, that I hate when people get, because like obviously you need to have your job, but I hate when people get in the mindset of like, this is irreplaceable. And so I always encourage people, I'm like, start looking for a new job if you don't love your job.
1,000%. And like, there's nothing wrong with looking and taking interviews and putting yourself out there. My only advice is like, just don't quit before you have a new job, especially in the market we're in, because the job market isn't great. But I think that you should always be looking for a new job. And I think like, I will say out of all the experience I've had with like the different careers, granted, like you need to be making money to a certain extent because like you need to be able to live, but like you enjoying your job is way more important than you making a massive paycheck, because your job is like 80% of your life, unfortunately. That like it doesn't matter how much money you make. Like if you actually hate your job, you're going to be miserable. So like try to find a job that brings you more fulfillment and enjoyment versus like making the most amount of money you can.
It's such a good point. Also, like think about the amount of money, like money doesn't buy happiness, and the amount of money you need to live on. If you just could make that, everything on top of that's like obviously a bonus. But I think like one thing that's happening in the world is people are really, really saying like happiness means the most. And so I think that's a really good point, that your job, because you spend so much of your time with your job. Think about it, 5 days a week, a lot of hours, probably 40 hours a week. And it's like, you should like that. You should love that. Try to love that.
Yeah. And a job's kind of like a relationship. If you ever feel like you want to start looking for a new one, that means you should, and you're not happy in your current one. So I say like, if you have the thought of wanting a new job, start pursuing it. Just don't quit your current job until you have a new job. That's the only advice I will like really force upon you.
That's such a good safety plan too. But also, if you're already thinking it, that thought's probably only going to get worse. So start now putting the pieces into play to get a new job.
Exactly. 1,000%.
Okay, what's your rec?
So my rec this week is a book. I guess the Kylie Cosmetics was a rec, but this is a book. It's called One Golden Summer. It's by Carly Fortune. She wrote Every Summer After, which is my favorite book of all time. And this is like the second book of this series, but like also it's like one of those books where like you don't need to read them in order, but like you should type of book. But it's one of those books where it's on a lake, it's a summer romance. It's like such a fun summer read. Also, I'm reading 2 books right now, both in Canada. Every book I'm reading, it's in Canada. It's so funny.
Oh, that's so funny. What are the odds?
I feel like the past few books I've read, they're all Canadian-based books. And I'm like, I didn't realize so many romance authors lived in Canada.
Yeah, I didn't either. I mean, I know you said that last week, but I guess it's more true now.
Yeah, so I'm reading Out on a Limb, which I just started, so I can't give much of an opinion, but I love it. That's in Canada. And then One Golden Summer is Carly Fortune, and that is also Canada.
Okay, the Canada-based books. Okay, my rec is The Secrets We Keep, which, have you seen that on Netflix? I think it's 6 parts, like a short, what do you call that? A short series?
Secrets We Keep. It's a series, not a movie.
Yeah, it's a series, not a movie. What's the girl's name? You'll know her. I can't think of her name.
Is she blonde?
No, she's like redheaded. Oh wait, hold on. No, it's not The Secrets We Keep. Sirens.
Oh, Sirens. Yeah. That was my rec like 3 weeks ago with Julianne Moore and Megan Fahey.
Yes. Oh, I thought your rec was Sinners.
That was last week.
Oh, okay. Well, I watched it.
Did you like it?
At first, I was like, what is happening? And then, like, I could not stop watching it, and I loved it. I finished it. I loved it.
What a twist of an ending. I was not expecting that at all. Like, part of me was like, okay, is this going to be some type of, like, mermaid show? Then the other part of me was like, is this going to be some type of cult? And then the other part of me was like, is it a murder mystery? And then also I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't even want to say anything, but I just want people to watch it and, like, keep watching it.
Yes. I also love that it was, like, 5 episodes.
Was it 5? Okay, I don't know if it's 5 or 6. It was so easy to watch. That's what I watched all day Sunday.
Yeah, I really like that show. Also, Megan Fahey plays Devin. She's like one of my favorite actresses, so I love her.
Okay, I loved her. What else is she in?
She's been in White Lotus season 2. She was in The Bold Type, which was like a freeform show back in the day, and then she was also in The Perfect Couple, which was a Netflix show. I think you watched it like last summer. With Nicole Kidman.
I think I did watch it. Yes, what was she in that?
She was the girl who died.
No way.
Yeah. So she like has been an actress, and my mom told me she used to be in like soap operas as a kid. So she's been an actress for a long time, but like she really got her name made when she was in White Lotus season 2, and now she's like becoming very popular, and like I'm loving it.
I loved watching her.
She's also dating the guy who was in, did you watch the show One Day on Netflix?
No, but I want to know who her boyfriend is.
It's the main guy in that. I love him. They were also in White Lotus together. He was also in season 2 of White Lotus.
Is that when they started dating? Leo Woodall?
Yeah, they met on that season.
Oh, and they started. I love when that happens.
Right? And I love when they're like not love interests on the show. They're just like two people.
Oh, they're really cute together.
Yeah, so they're dating.
Oh, okay. I love that. Okay, well, I guess my rec is a rec you had 3 weeks ago, but it was a very good rec.
It's a great show. I love that. Okay, yay. I'm kind of in like a TV show lull, so if you have any other recs, let me know.
There wasn't anything else like great, but I'm gonna look again. I want to find another one. Well, I mean, I think The Secrets We Keep. I did actually watch that, and it was great.
Oh, do you watch Ginny and Georgia?
I watched the first season, and then I saw it's out again. I might watch it.
Okay, you should. I just started I've only 2 episodes in, but I love that show. So I guess that's a rec too. Like the 3rd season is out? Yeah, 3rd season.
I think it's 3, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I probably will actually watch that.
Okay, yay. Well, that's all I have. Technically, I'm 30. I was going to say next time I see you guys, I'll be 30, but like technically
I was just about to say
we're in our
happy
30s.
Early birthday, but happy early birthday. This is the last time you're recording in your 20s, and then next week you will be is your birthday's on Friday, right?
Saturday
is the 14th?
Yeah.
So when this comes out, you'll be 2 days in.
2 days into my 30s.
Wow. Okay. Well, here we go.
Okay. Well, we love you guys so much, and we will see you next week.
Okay. See you guys next week. I'm Alex Bennett.
And I'm Jordyn Woodruff. So, AB, do what you do best.
If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Stay connected with us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Snapchat at @MeanGirlPod. Podcast plus social artwork and post-production by Creative Evolution Studios. Mean Girl Pod, we're your besties in your ear. New episodes every Monday.